My name is Anna, and this is the strange story of how I married a man I had never met before. I grew up in a small town with my parents. My life was simple and quiet. I worked in a small bakery, and every day felt the same. I woke up early, baked bread and cakes, and returned home in the evening. One day, my father came home looking very serious. He sat down at the dinner table and said, "Anna, we need to talk." I felt nervous. My father rarely looked so worried. He explained that our family had serious financial problems. The bakery where I worked was also struggling, and my parents were afraid we might lose our home. Then my father said something shocking. "There is a man," he said slowly. "He is rich and successful. He is looking for a wife. He is willing to help our family if you marry him." I was completely silent. "Who is he?" I asked. My father looked down and said, "You have never met him." The idea felt unbelievable. Marry a stranger. My heart was full of questions and fear. What if he was a bad person? What if he did not respect me? But my parents looked desperate, and I loved them very much. That night, I could not sleep. I kept thinking about the strange decision in front of me. Finally, I made a choice that would change my life forever. If you want to know what happened after Anna married a complete stranger, keep listening to this emotional story.
A week later, the wedding day arrived. Everything happened very quickly. The ceremony was small and quiet. Only my parents and a few guests were present. Then I finally saw the man I was about to marry. His name was Michael. He was tall, calm, and well-dressed. His face looked serious but kind. When he looked at me, he smiled gently. During the ceremony, my hands were shaking. I felt nervous standing next to someone I barely knew. After the wedding, Michael spoke to me politely. "I know this situation is unusual," he said. "But I promise I will respect you." His words made me feel a little calmer. Later that evening, we arrived at his large house in the city. Everything looked beautiful and expensive. But inside my heart, I still felt like a stranger in my own life. Michael was quiet and respectful. He gave me space and never forced conversation. Days passed, and slowly I started noticing something interesting about him. He was not cold or arrogant like I had imagined. Instead, he was patient, thoughtful, and surprisingly kind. Maybe marrying a stranger was not the terrible mistake I feared. Weeks passed, and life slowly became more comfortable. Michael and I began talking more often. We shared meals, watched movies, and sometimes walked together in the garden. One evening, while drinking tea on the balcony, Michael told me something surprising. "I did not want to marry a stranger either," he said. I looked at him with curiosity. "Then why did you agree?" I asked. He smiled slightly. "My family believed it would help both of our families," he explained. Then he added softly, "But after meeting you, I feel lucky." His words made my heart beat faster. For the first time since the wedding, I felt something warm inside my chest. Maybe this marriage was not only an arrangement. Maybe something real could grow between us. That night, I went to sleep thinking about the strange path my life had taken. Months later, my life looked very different from the past. Michael and I had become close friends. We trusted each other and shared our dreams. One evening, while we were walking in the garden, he stopped and looked at me seriously. "Anna," he said, "when we married, we were strangers. But now I feel something more." My heart started beating quickly. "I think I love you," he said. Those words filled my heart with warmth and happiness. I realized something beautiful. Sometimes life surprises us in unexpected ways. The stranger I once feared had become the most important person in my life. And our strange marriage had turned into real love. If you enjoyed this emotional English story and want to improve your English with more interesting stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch the next story.